great technique to treat your wrist to improve range of motion and decrease pain is a mobilization with movement. We're going to do a gliding of the carpal row, one direction or the other direction. If I put my web space against the distal carpal row, which is right at the end of the wrist, and my fingers on the distal ulna and radius, I push across, you can see how it's shifting my hand over to the thumb side. I shift, take it into extension, and if that eases pain and allows me to do further overpressure with less pain, that's the movement to produce. 10 repetitions, and I should have improved extension and or flexion. If that doesn't work, do the other direction. Turn your wrist the other way. Web space now goes again on the distal carpal row, and the fingers on the end bones of the radius and ulna. These two long bones provide the shear of the bones, and now I've shifted the carpal row to the outside of the hand, and I produce the extension actively and flexion actively. Overpressure. Create improved motion with less pain, you're doing the right thing. So it doesn't matter which direction you move, you may need it a little bit of a jarring of joints one way or the other way to improve motion, improve gliding, you're doing the right thing. Couple sets of 10, you're good to go. Another great way to mobilize the wrist into flexion or extension without using one hand is using a strap. And the strap would look like this. You're going to grab a strap anywhere stable, put it at the distal end of the wrist carpal row, push the distal radius and ulna in the outward direction and move the wrist into flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. Back and forth. If that doesn't work at decreasing pain and improving motion, I simply turn the wrist the other direction, right at the distal end of the bone, push in wrist extension and flexion. Extension and flexion. So you can see the force is pushing the wrist carpal row in that direction, going up and down.